Welcome to Tuesday Tips. In honor of Memorial Day, we're going to take a bit of a twist here and provide some creative ways that maybe you can honor the memory of a loved one that you've lost. We know that Memorial Day is a special time to acknowledge all that our servicemen and women have done to keep us free and to serve our country. And a lot of people also take this opportunity to visit the graves of family members that have passed and to do some things also to honor their memory as well. So have you ever thought about maybe what could be some unique or creative ways to honor a memory of a loved one? So tonight we are going to share several different tips and ideas. I think some are pretty creative. A couple of them I never thought of in doing my research, and really some neat ideas. So let's go ahead and let's jump in. And I just want to say welcome. I'm Pam from Your Nurse Advocate Consulting, and we are live from our private Facebook community where we speak about taking care of our aging parents. So this is what our forum is about. It's a safe place to come and discuss challenges, wins, frustrations with caring for aging parents. So let's go ahead and get started. Some of these things might be pretty obvious to you, and some of them might be new. Creating a memory box, maybe you gather some of your loved ones' personal items, you create this box full of all their goodies. This way, whenever you feel like remembering them, you can take the box out and you've got tangible items, that belong to them. Maybe like a pocket watch or a special coin or a ring or a bracelet or something. So it will help bring you closer to them while you're going through the items in the box. This is something that's very popular, plant a tree or a flower garden in their honor. Lighting a candle, that is a very common tradition when you want to remember someone. Writing a letter, and even if they're gone, this is something too for our aging parents. I encourage them to think about writing letters to their grandchildren or their children, their family members, while they can still share a lot of stories and have memories that they can get down on paper. So even if they're still with us, maybe encourage them to write a letter as they continue to age. Otherwise, writing a letter to someone that's already gone, that is a great therapeutic way to be able to express your feelings about memories, talk about or write about favorite times together, things that you miss most, or even, writing, asking for guidance, during difficult times. Here's another popular one, donate to a charity, something that they were passionate about, creating a photo album or scrapbook. This is something I know. I have a colleague that she's an end-of-life doula with me, and she comes along aside families in those last, months and days of life, and she can be with someone as well as when hospice is there as well. And she does a lot of these memory work things, and talking about different ways to leave a legacy. So this is something that she takes time to do. Also, we have a colleague that he has a business, and his business is making legacy videos. And he has a whole interview set of questions that are done. It's very professionally done. And this is something that you can have a video of your loved one that they create, being able to hear their stories in their own voice and being with them. That's another great idea. Listening to music. My sister did this when our dad passed away. She actually created a playlist and saved it to a CD for all of us of all the music that reminded us of our dad. So that's another great thing. You have a playlist, so you're feeling, like you want to remember that person. Feel free. You can just play that playlist, and just all those great memories will come along with those songs that you remember them by. All right, let's look at a couple of more. You could have a celebration of life ceremony. Sometimes this can be, people can do this on an annual basis. People can do this in place of a funeral, or you can do this on an anniversary or after so many years. This is always something that's available to be done. We talked about, here's another, I was just thinking another unique one is maybe you're designing a piece of jewelry or maybe an artwork or something that you reminds them, then you could either hang it or wear it proudly to keep their spirit close by to you. This is another one. How about participating in an activity that they enjoyed? Maybe it's an annual golf tournament or golf outing, or maybe it's an annual softball game or some hobby or sporting event or something that they were passionate about, and this helps keep their memory alive as well. All right, we've got just a couple more that I had jotted down for us to review. A memory jar. This is I've used this jar kind of technique for many things, not only for memory jar, but for like a gratitude jar, and where you write something down that you're thankful for, you put it in the jar, and then Christmas time or some day, sometime you want to, you're feeling kind of down, and you pull something out of the jar just to remind you of certain things that you're grateful for. Same thing you can do as a memory jar. You can take a jar, you can fill it with little notes about happy memories you shared with your loved one. Again, whenever you're feeling down, pull out a note and read it. Remembering the good times will also help to cope with your loss. Volunteer in their honor. That could be something else that you could do. Choose a cause that was close to your loved one's heart and volunteer. Doing something for others in your loved one's name is an excellent way to keep their memory alive. Just two more items. The next one is baking a favorite recipe. And this was something that I didn't think of on my own. But if they had a favorite recipe or a favorite meal, that you could make that with all the fixings that they would love, and that also it helped to honor their memory. And last thing is to dedicate a bench or a plaque. This is pretty popular at our hospital, where they have a bench maybe with a little gazebo or something there, where they have a memory plaque for someone who worked for the hospital and had passed away, and we have a walking trail, and they put the bench out there. So that's kind of a neat place. Maybe you can even have a bench or even a picnic table or something in your yard that could be dedicated to them. So that's all I've got. Just there's many creative ways to remember the loved ones that we've lost. Whatever way you choose, remember that your loved one would want you to be happy, and that their memory will always be with you. And this is one of the things that I always share. If I go to a funeral or that, it's, no one can take the memories away from you. And as long as you have those memories close to your heart, those people will always, your loved ones will always be close with you. And you can bring up that memory, anytime that you need to feel, close to them. So that's our little honor of Memorial Day. So we will see you next week for another Tuesday Tips. Take care and have a good night.